Okay, so let us go with solving the problems dito sa ating uh, brakes and clutches. So I have here 7 problems. Dalawa yung sa brakes and then 5 ata yung sa clutches dito. So let us solve for problem number 1. Problem number 1. A band brake is installed on a drum rotating at 250 RPM and a diameter of 900 millimeters. The angle of contact is 1.5 pi radians. So, angle of contact mo dyan, theta kagad, meron kang 1.5 radians and one end, excuse me, of the brake band is fastened to a fixed pin. So, fixed pin daw. Meron ka ditong fixed pin. Yan, yung fixed pin mo. Ibig sabihin dyan yung ating fulcrum. Tensya nun yung aking drawing. Dyan. The coefficient of friction while the other end to the brake arm is 150 mm from the fixed pin. Eh, meron pa siyang 150 rito. Hindi, tama natin yung drawing. Okay, tama natin yung drawing. Ayan, okay. The coefficient of friction is 0.25 and the straight brake arm is 1,000 millimeters long and is placed perpendicular to the diameter bisecting the angle of contact. So, diameter bisecting the angle of contact. Determine the minimum force in newtons. So, I have here the one end fastened to a fixed pin. So, ito yung fixed pin mo. And this one is 150 millimeters. And ito yung gitna ng iyong drum brake. Tapos, yung brake arm mo daw is perpendicular to the diameter that is bisecting. Ito yun, bisecting. Ito yung diameter that is bisecting. Okay, perpendicular siya dyan. Then we could say that the angle of your bands are 45 degrees. Angle bisecting. Now, from here up to here, pasensya na, pare-pare ng kulay ha. That is 150 millimeter. And from here up to here, that is 1,000 millimeter. Meron ka ditong applied force na P. That is the force that you will apply in order for you to stop the rotation of the drum. Now, your drum has a rotating speed of 250 RPM. And hindi stated sa problem but nakalimutan ko lang at the kilowatts is being absorbed. Minimum force, 50. Nakalagay dyan, 50 kilowatts. At the 50 kilowatts. So, yung power that is applied here is 50 kilowatts. Yan. 50 kilowatts. And you have ito. Okay. Anong hinahanap niya? The minimum force in newtons applied. So, FA, yun nandito. Ito yung hinahanap natin. The force applied on the brake arm. Now, you have an angle of contact of 1.5 pi radians. And then the coefficient of friction is 0.25. The diameter of your drum is 900 mm. Diameter of the drum. Now, ang hinahanap natin dito is the force applied. So, kailangan masolve mo muna si F1, the slack side and the tight side. So, ang tight side mo dito is here. Kasi pag pinul nyo yan, okay, tama ba? F1 and F2. Pinul nyo yan, the tight side, slack side. Okay. Now, hanapin muna natin yun. Ano po ba yung mga formula na kailangan natin dito? Number 1, pwede mong pagkunan to. F1 over F2 equal to E F theta. This is what? Belt tension ratio ang tawag dyan. Gamitin natin tong formula to. How about another formula? Meron ka din dyan binigay na net belt force. That is equal to 2T over the diameter of the drum. Diameter of the drum yan, ha. This is the net belt tension yan. Tama ba? Kunin ko lang yung notes. Tama yan. Net belt pull. Net belt pull na lang. Equation. Now, meron ba tayong F1? Wala. Meron ba tayong F2? Wala. Pero meron tayong frictional coefficient and then theta. And then, wala rin tayo nito. Wala tayo nito. Pero meron tayong torque. Saan natin makukuha yung torque? Sir, you are given their power and then rotational speed. Sir, ano po ba yung power? Di ba power is equal to torque multiplied to N over factor. Now, what we are about to see, makukuha natin si torque. So, torque is equal to power multiplied to factor divided by N. Okay. So, torque now will become P. What is your power? 50 kilowatts. Multiplied to factor 9, 5, 4, 9, 1, 2, 3. Newton, millimeter per kilowatt. Tapos ang RPM nandito. Divided by, ilang RPM yan? 250. We cancel all the same units. Yung kilowatt, kilowatt, RPM, RPM na tira is Newton millimeter. The answer there will be 50 times 9549123 divided by 2. So that is, ang torque niya is 1909,800 Newton millimeter. That is the torque. Okay, you set that aside. Ngayon, pwede natin itong gamitin here. So, yung net belt tension and then net belt ratio, so F1 over F2 is equal to EF theta. Ngayon, pwede natin itong maging kamukha nito. I-reform natin siya as F1 equal to F2 EF theta. And then, we can substitute ito dito or we can transfer. So, F1 minus F2 EF theta. Taas yan, ha? Equal to 0. You have equation A. How about equation B? Saan natin kukunin? Kunin natin equation B dito. So, F1 minus F2 equal to 2 torque over diameter ng drum. Ngayon, we can simplify this. Okay? A. Hindi, B na to. Now, simplify muna natin si B. Simplifying, equation B. So, F1 minus F2. F1 minus F2 equal to 2 ng torque, 1909,800 over diameter of the drum, 900. So, Newton millimeter dito, millimeter, Newton na lang ang lalabas dyan. So, simplify natin. Divided by 900 times 2. 1909,800 times 2 divided by 900. The answer is 4244 newtons. 4244 newtons. So this is equation B. Okay? F1 minus F2 equal to 4244 newtons. Okay. How about equation A? Equation A natin is F1 minus F2 multiplied to E. Coefficient of friction is 0.25 multiplied to 1.5 pi. Non-unit yan. So we simplify this one equal to 0. So shift E 1.5 shift pi multiplied to 0.25. The value will be 3.2482. Lagay na lang natin ganun. F1 minus F2 multiplied to 3.2482. Okay na yan, equal to 0. So, F1 minus 3.2482 F2 is equal to 0. This is equation A. Now, we have two equations. Okay? Two equations, two unknowns. Paano gagawin natin? Pagsamahin natin. Equate. Hindi natin pala equate. Subtract. Or add. Pero pwede rin naman ganito. Okay? Pagdikitin mo silang dalawa, kahit di na tayo mag-subtract, tuturuan ko na kayo ng technique. Okay? This is the technique. Pagsamahin mo si A and B. F1 minus 3.2482 F2 equal to 0. That is equation A. Equation B is F1 minus F2 equal to 4244. Pwede mong subtract yung dalawa. Pero, let go of that notion, okay? Pagpalagay natin nasa board exam tayo. Use, kasi to, two equations, two unknowns. Anong gagawin natin dyan? Use mode on your calculator. I don't know if I can remember it correctly. Mode 5.1. Try natin. It's a calculator. On. Mode. Equation. 5. Yan. Dalawa yung variable. Two equations, two unknowns. 1. So you have two equations, two unknowns. Okay. This is yung A. This is B. This is C. So A mo muna. Dito sa taas. You have 1. Copy mo yung unit nito. Yung kanyang operation. 3.2482. Yung C, 0 as is. Sa baba, 1. Negative 1. 4, 2, 4, 4. Now, you press equal. Ang lalabas mo dyan, sa X or A, yung X dito, F1 will be equal to 6131.7324 newtons. F2, lalabas yun na isa. 1887.734 newtons. That is F1 and F2. But the problem there is, we are ought to find itong P. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng free body diagram. Now, let us take that as free body diagram. Check na natin kung tama yung naging sagot natin. So, that is tama. Okay? Tama yan. So, let us have free body diagram. You have here. Kapalan natin. Kapalan natin ang drawing, ha? You have here for your free body diagram. Sorry, yung pantay, ha? Yan. Tapos, kunin natin ibang kulay. Lagay natin kahit saan dyan. Ito, magpupul. Hatak siya. Ito yung pin mo. Tapos meron ka ditong 150. Ganun. Okay? May force components yan. Okay? And then dito si P. Ang layo niya is 1,000. Ang layo naman nito dito is 150. Now, meron kang 45 degrees dito. Then dito rin. Ngayon, saan pong point dito magkakaroon tayo ng 0 kapag nag-moment tayo? Pagpalagay natin, this is point A. Okay? This is point B. This is point P. Now, what if we have a summation of moments at A equal to 0? Summation of moments at A. Okay. Positive yung clockwise. Okay? Ngayon, positive to. So, P multiplied to 1,000 equal to, ito, saan ito papunta? Pataas o pababa? Siyempre, mas gusto ko, pa-kontra siya. Pataas mo na lang yan. Okay? So, force component nitong for F2 na to. Ano ba yung force component ng F2? Okay? The force component of F2, Y, that is sine. Okay? Pag-triangle mo, ang force component nito, Y, ang force component nito, X. Ibig sabihin, XY, sine to. So, the first component of 2, F2Y, multiplied to, ano yung distance niya from A? 150. Okay, let us simplify. P multiplied to 1,000, F2Y, hindi yan F2. So, that is F2 sine theta multiplied to 150. O, yan. So, ang sinosolve natin dito is P. P is equal to F2. Ano ba yung F2 natin dyan? 1887. 1887.7324 newtons. You multiply it with the sine of 45 degrees na meron ka dyan. And then multiply it 150. Millimeter yan, ha? Divided by 1,000 millimeter. You cancel all the same units, ang lalabas na unit dyan is newtons. So, the force that should be applied in order to stop the drum from rotating is 1887.7324. Tama ba ako? 7324. Yan. Times sine 45 times 150 divided by 1,000. The force that is applied there is, so the answer will be P is equal to 200.22 newtons. Madali ba? Medyo challenging lang kung hindi mo matatandaan yung iyong statics. Okay? That is for problem number 1. How about problem number 2? A simple band brake as a 76 cm drum and fitted with a steel band. Steel daw ang gamit dito. Yung thickness niya is, you have a thickness of 250 cm. Tapos, diameter ng drum mo is 76 cm. With a brake lining having a coefficient of friction na 0.25. The arc of contact is 245 degrees. So, theta is 245 degrees. You multiply it with the pi over 180 degrees para maging radian. Theta is now 245 shift pi divided by 180. The answer is 4.2761 rad. Okay? The drum is attached to a 60 cm hoisting drum. Okay? 60 cm hoisting drum. So, I think, ang kailangan mo dito na kunin na torque is the hoisting drum that sustain a rope load. So, nandito yung load sa hoisting drum. Hindi ito yung drawing niya. Bakit meron ito dito? Yan. Okay? And the operating force has a moment arm of, so the moment arm, the distance is 1.5 meters and the band is attached to a 12 centimeter from the pivot point. Find the width of the steel band for a tensile stress of 50 MPa. So, pag binigay yung stress, tensile, that is equal to force over area. Ngayon, ano ba yung force na in-apply dyan? That is yung the force applied. That is, I think that is F1. Yung i-apply mong force dito. That is the tight side force. Ngayon yung area of contact. Ano ba yung area of contact dyan? Yung area of contact mo dyan is yung contact dun sa iyong brake drum. Okay? Yung brake drum mo. Ano ba yung kukontakan niya dyan? Yung pagbabalutan ng steel band. Di ba yan yung thickness tsaka yung sa drum? Yung diameter of the drum. Yun yung pagkukontakan niya. Now, let us see kung ano yung mangyayari dito. Now, you have a torque. Saan ba in-apply yung torque na yon? Dito yan sa hoisting drum na meron kang brake load. So, the torque there is equal to force multiplied to the radial arm. Ano ba yung radial arm? Or the brake arm? Asan yung brake arm dyan? Moment arm mo yan, 150. Okay, kaya lang, asan yung force mo dyan? Sustain a rope load. May load ka. Ibig sabihin, this is the rope load. Yan. Now, ang binigay siya dyan is mass. Di ba ang force is equal to mass times gravity? Therefore, the torque there is mass multiplied to gravity multiplied to radial arm. Ano ba yung radial arm mo dyan? 60 centimeter hoisting drum. Ibig sabihin, R. That is D over 2 nung drum, hoisting drum. Not the brake drum. Okay? Hindi yan. Hoisting drum muna. So, torque multiplied to, wala, mali tayo dito. This is the torque. Yan. Yung force is, lagay na natin dito. Yung force is mass times gravity. Yan. mg d over 2. Ngayon, pwede natin simplify ito. What is the mass? 820 ata nakalagay dyan. 820 kilograms. Multiplied to gravity, 9.81 meter per second squared para maging Newton. Tapos, multiply mo to D. Kailangan to naka Newton millimeter. Eh, naka cm yan. O, di multiply mo na lang 10, 600 millimeter divided by 2. Kasi diameter, R yung kailangan mo. So, the torque there will be 820 times 9.81. Dapat 9.8066. Pwede na rin 9.81. Multiply to 300. Kulang tayo ng the answer will be 2413260 Newton millimeter. Okay, you have now the torque. Ang hinahanap natin dito is the slack side. Okay? Ay, tight side. So, gamitin ulit natin to, belt tension ratio. F2 equal to E F theta. Meron ba tayong F? Yes, meron din tayong theta. So, meron tayong equation. Transfer natin to. Translate natin. F1 minus F2 multiplied to E F theta equal to 0. Okay, pwede natin makuha yan. Yung isa naman, lagi mong gagamitin F1 minus F2 is equal to 2 torque over diameter of the drum. Ayan. So, F1 minus F2, F1 minus F2 is equal to twice nung torque. Ano yung torque yan? 241,3260 Newton millimeter divided by diameter of the drum, 76. Ayan, 76 cm o 760 millimeter. So, F1 minus F2 is equal to 2 multiplied to 241,3260 divided by 760. Excuse me. The answer is 6350.6842 newtons. That is F1 minus F2. What if we find F1? Hanapin natin dito sa equation. Yan. So, F1 minus F2 multiplied to e raised to 0.25 times ilang radians yun? 4.2761. 4.2761 equal to 0. Dito, solve natin. Shift E 0.25 times 4.2761. 2.9125. So F1 minus F2 multiplied to 2.9125 equal to 0. Ngayon, two equations, two unknowns, hanapin natin sa F1. F1 ulit. F1. So, reform natin dito. Two equations, two unknowns. F1 minus F2 equal to 6350.6842. Tapos, F1 minus 2.9125 F2 equal to 0. Okay? Mode 5, 1. Hanapin natin. So, mode 5, 1. Mode 5, 1. Para hindi na kayo magka-cancellation. 1 minus 1. 6350.6842. 1, 2.9125 minus pala 9125 0. The answer is yung F1 9671.3034 newtons. Ilang naman kailangan natin F1? Hanapin na natin si F2. Pwede na yun. F2 is 3320.6192 newtons. Okay. Ito ang kailangan natin sa F1 para makuha natin. Diba yung stress tensile is equal to F1 over B multiplied to the diameter of the drum. Yan. Thickness eh. Nakalagay dyan, thickness. Ayan, thickness. T pala to, hindi B. Mali ako na. DT. DT lang. Ayan. Huguin natin. Hindi yan B ah. Width pala iniisip ko. Okay. Hindi pala B. That is T. Mali ako ng notation. So, T. F over dt. So, the tensile stress is equal to 50 MPa. Okay. Simplify natin. Ang hinahanap natin is the thickness. Okay? So, thickness is equal to F1 over dd multiplied to ST. Okay. Thickness is F1. Nakuha natin yung kanina. F1 natin is 9671.3034. 0.3034 newtons divided by D. That is BT. BT pala, BT hindi DD. Pala, BT. B and T. BT. Yun. Mali ako ng BT. Width and thickness. Ayun. Sa band break. Ito ang hinahanap natin. Si B. Hindi si T. Okay? This is B. T. B. Yung T, thickness is 2/5 cm. Multiplied na lang natin ng 10 para maging mm. Multiplied to 50 Newton per millimeter squared. Isa ang matitira ditong mm. Ito matitira, matatanggal. So, B will be 9671.3034 divided by 250 times 10. 2/5 times 10 times 50. The answer is 48.44 millimeter. 48.3565 mm. Approximately 48.4 millimeter. That is the answer for problem number. Relatively mahaba talaga yung mga problem. Kailangan iintindihin mo muna yung nakakapaloob dun sa problem ng mga given. Sometimes the given are too much. Sometimes kulang. Kailangan iisipin mo kung paano mo na isolve. Okay? So, that is for problem number 2. How about problem number 2? This is all about a Pajero Jeep's wagon engine develops 40 kilowatts. May power ka at 1,200 RPM with a single plate, so yung given, single plate clutch with 2 pairs of friction surfaces transmitting the power. You have 2 pairs there. Okay? So, ilan yung number of pairs mo? 2. Anong binigay ko dito sa equation mo? 2 pairs. Number of pairs. Ayan. Yan. Number of pairs ang i-consider mo sa N. Okay? Consider the coefficient of friction to be 0.30 and the mean diameter of the disc to be 200 mm. So, meron kang dm. dm is 200. Ang kailangan mo is rm. O, divide mo lang to ng 2. That is 200 divided by 2. M. Determine the axial force. So, wala kang FA. Required to engage the clutch and transmit power. Now, yung power mo is equal to N, coefficient of friction, multiplied to FA, RM, times N, divided by the factor. Naka-SI lahat to, ha? So, you are ought to find FA. O, i-reform mo na kagad. Lagi namang ginagawa ko, nire-reform ko para mas madali mo na lang isa-substitute lahat ng values. So, that is equal to P over P times factor over N, F, nawala yung FA, RM times N. So, FA will be power. Ilang power niya? I think 40 kilowatts. 40 kilowatts. Coefficient of friction, hindi na kailangan, mamaya pa, factor 9549123 Newton millimeter RPM per kilowatt divided by N. The number of pairs, dalawa. Tapos coefficient of friction, 0.3. RM, 200 over 2. Ano yan? MM ba yan? Ayan, mm, millimeter. Tapos, anong rotational speed niya? 1,200 RPM. 1,200 RPM. Anong kailangan nating unit dyan? Ang required unit dito, consider ko axial force, kilonewton, multiplied to 1 kilonewton in every 1,000 newtons. So, cancel to, RPM, kilowatt, kilowatt. So, ang natira is kilonewton. The answer for axial force is 40 times 9,549,123 divided by 2 times 0.3 times 100 times 1, 2 times 1,000. The answer is 5.305 kilonewtons. Very basic. 5.305 kilonewtons. That is the actual force. Now, how about problem number 4? An engine of a motor vehicle with a wheel diameter of 712 mm developed 50 kilowatts at 2,000 RPM. The combined efficiency of the differential and transmission is 75% with an overall speed reduction of 25:1. Determine the axial force on the clutch in kilonewtons. Outside and inside diameters of the clutch are, may outside, inside, there are 2 pairs of mating surfaces. 2 pairs. So, meron kang N is 2. With a coefficient of friction of 0.3. Use uniform wear method. So, uniform wear method, RM, pag uniform wear, di ba that is DO plus DI over 4. Or, DRO plus RI over 2. Ano lang yun. So, ano hinahanap natin dyan? Axial force na naman. Power is equal to NFA RM N over factor. Ito, bagong formula to. Ito yan. No? Hindi yan. So, ang hinahanap natin is FA. Formula natin, FA is equal to P multiplied to factor divided by N F R M, that is DO plus DI over 4 multiplied to N. Masolve natin si FA. FA will be yung power, that is 50 kilowatts, 9,549,123 Newton, millimeter, RPM per kilowatt divided by N. Number of mating pairs, dalawa. Ang coefficient of friction is 0.3. Multiplied to DO, DI. Uniform wear method to The uniform wear method, in-state niya. That is 300 plus 240 over 4 mm. Yan. And then multiply it with the rotational speed. Ano ba rotational speed yan? That is 2,000 RPM. Cancel natin same units. Kilowatt, kilowatt, millimeter, millimeter, RPM, RPM. Ang natira is newtons. So, FA will be 50 times 9,549,123 divided by 2 times 0.3 times bracket 240 plus 300 divided by 4 times 2,000. The answer is 2947.22. FA 2947.22 newtons for the applied or axial force. Okay. So that will be the first part ng sample problems natin. The other three will come after this.